Welcome to the No Good News Network. The news no one cares about. I'm Ricky French. Here with Dan Colley. It's the 21st episode of the show.
Hey, we made it!
Yeah, kind of. All right, Dan.
Ricky.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
We're recording a day later than normal, and it just so happens that makes this a holiday of sorts.
Is it one of those Hallmark holidays that they made just to sell cards?
Well, sort of. It's one that they made just to sell ice cream. It's National Ice Cream Day.
Oh my God, it's Ice Cream Day!
Yeah, so I don't think I have any here at the house at the moment.
I gotta go.
Right, yeah.
I'll come back.
Figuring that might happen.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently, thanks to President Reagan, we celebrate National Ice Cream Day every third Sunday in July.
There's a lot of other things because of President Reagan that we deal with, but
Reagan wanted to commemorate a treat enjoyed by over 90% of the U.S. population. In 1984, he decreed a day for ice cream, and this proclamation actually glorified the dairy industry in America.
it's gonna be the Ice Cream Day.
Americans still lead the world when it comes to eating ice cream. 23 gallons a year, it says. And I think what they mean by that is on average 23 gallons per person per year.
Well, our asses are on average bigger than everyone else's in the world, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Reagan also proclaimed July as National Ice Cream Month. So really, it's been the whole month, I guess. I was not aware of that. But
that seems redundant to have an entire month and a day.
yeah, I know. He described ice cream as a nutritious and wholesome food
I don't know how nutritious it is.
enjoyed by over 90% of people in the U.S.
Okay, well, that sounds right.
So let's see. There's no known inventor that could be credited with creating ice cream, but the history of ice cream is as rich as gelato, it says.
Gelato's not ice cream.
No, it isn't technically ice cream, but
It's gelato.
Yeah.
That's why it's a different name.
I know, but it's a very similar thing. It's because the percentage of milk fat is different.
Oh,
ice
okay,
cream.
okay, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just know.
All right, Alton Brown.
Yeah, I've watched Good Eats a time or two. It's been said that an ice cream-like food, which was first consumed in China between 618 and 97 AD, is a pretty wide range there.
Yeah.
And that was made from flour, buffalo milk, and camphor, like the shit in Vicks Vapo Rub.
I bet it was delicious.
Yeah, sounds great, doesn't it? So it's been noted that Alexander the Great loved ice cream and snow flavored with nectar and honey. So,
All right, okay, that actually kind of makes a little more sense than Vicks Vapor Rub sorbet.
yeah, right. Close to 1,000 years later in Italy, Marco Polo returned from the Far East. And Marco Polo returned from the Far East and brought back a recipe for what we now call sherbet.
Sherbet. I love sherbet. I prefer sherbet over ice cream.
I like it okay, but I like ice cream better. It's assumed that this recipe developed into what we now know as ice cream, which was once called cream ice. So I guess they switched there.
Makes sense. That's right. Peanut butter was once known as buttered peanuts, right? I don't know, man. Stupid.
All right, so I got a little bit of found a survey online here.
Oh, okay.
As Americans' favorite ice cream flavors.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see how close we are to said ice cream flavors of America. I prefer myself fruity flavored ice creams.
I am a little bit different on that. Like, I like strawberry ice cream, but I kind of prefer the kind that doesn't have actual strawberries in it.
Okay.
You know, like the actual fruit itself.
Yeah.
It's just a texture thing. It's not
because it's all kind of crunchy and icy.
Yeah.
My son, oldest son, used to like ice cream. Pink ice cream. He liked pink ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't really eat ice cream anymore, though.
Well, strawberry ranks, it's actually in a huge tie for third place with many other flavors. The most popular ice cream flavor was chocolate.
Yeah,
17%.
Of course it is.
The second, at 15%, was vanilla.
That's some basic bitch shit right there.
Yes. But then there's a huge tie for
Okay, let me see. Strawberry,
yeah.
mint chocolate chip,
Yes.
and cookie dough or cookies and cream.
Actually, no.
Huh?
Cookie dough is down here farther on the list, but so there's tied for third is at 8% each is strawberry, mint chocolate chip, like you said, butter pecan,
Okay,
and then my personal favorite, other.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just like Mom used to make.
Yeah. Chocolate chip cookie dough and cookies and cream tie for fourth place at 6%.
That makes sense.
Rocky Road and coffee flavored ice cream are tie next at 4% each.
I don't mind coffee flavored, but Rocky Road is gross because it has marshmallows in it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows myself. Let's see, chocolate chip, and as in just chocolate chips, not cookie dough, and pistachio come in at 3%, and then
Gross.
Neapolitan and birthday cake flavored both have 2% each. Which
I'm all right with that. Yeah.
Neapolitan, I personally, when I buy ice cream, fairly often I buy Neapolitan simply because you get to choose one of 3 flavors or mix them all together or whatever,
And you do, yes, and then it becomes like gray.
Yeah, right.
I like Neapolitan ice cream. I don't get it very often because normally there's more important flavors. Like right now at our house, I believe we have, what did we have the other night? Mandrake got some scooped up the other night. It was, the hell, I don't remember now. It was good. It was like a butter pecan thing, I think. I have some sorbet there, some sherbet, and fruity pebbles.
Oh, okay. I haven't had it. My personal favorite ice cream that nobody makes anymore, or at least I can never find anywhere, is cinnamon ice cream. Actually,
Okay.
I've
had ice cream with cinnamon swirl and stuff.
Yeah, there used to be just straight up cinnamon ice. I mean, I think some companies still make it, but I don't know if anybody around here does anymore.
Right.
But and it was usually like a seasonal thing.
Like a holiday flavored. Yeah, makes sense.
But they did the best thing, and the reason why I came to love the cinnamon ice cream so much was there was a place at the Ohio State Fair that did the apple dumplings.
Yeah.
And they would put a scoop of cinnamon ice cream
on top of it.
And that was
fantastic.
That
sounds delectable.
So other than that, like I kind of, if I'm finding like another, a more interesting flavor, anything with chocolate and peanut butter is kind of my thing.
I went to Cold Stone the other day.
Yeah.
I had, it was strawberry ice cream with strawberry chunks, caramel swirl.
All right.
I had them add the apple pie filling, graham cookie crust, crumble.
Yeah.
And whipped topping.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die after I ate it.
Well, yeah, you may have come close.
Yes. My father is lactose intolerant, and after I ate that, my stomach was a little...
He's also racially intolerant, from what I know about the man.
Yes, it's very true. Yeah, he's also intolerant of anyone that's not him. Including me. So but my stomach was a little upset after eating said iced cream. So I wonder, can you get lactose intolerant as you get older?
I think that happens.
All right.
I think you can develop a food allergy like that.
Yeah, and because normally I don't drink milk anymore like I did as a kid, and unless it's in cereal or something like that. And normally I eat sherbets. So cheese doesn't seem to bother me too much though.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that here on the show.
Yeah, now you know how my digestion works. You're welcome.
All right, what do we got next here?
Bears. We have bears, Ricky.
Oh shit.
And a tie-in to our last episode about chips, a man set his car ablaze to scare away bears on an interstate Thursday, according to the CHP.
Mm-hmm.
It started
That seems like that makes sense.
Yeah. It started with a call to the California Highway Patrol, the brave men and women of the California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, stopping rolling art heists.
That's true, out of Canada.
The 1970s.
Around 5:30 a.m. Thursday, There was a car ablaze on Interstate 80 near the Farad off-ramp by the California-Nevada border. When officers arrived on the scene of this altogether not unusual occurrence, they found a man in his 30s yelling about the bears, said CHP Truckee Officer Carlos Perez. I don't know what a Truckee is, but it says CHP Truckee.
It doesn't say Trekkie. He was just not
No,
a big
there's
Star
a U.
Trek fan.
No, there's a U in there.
Okay.
Officers then determined the man had set his own vehicle ablaze to stave off these so-called bears. Okay. Perez says, "Listen, we have bears in the area, but there were no bears nearby." Officers made haste to put out the fire as the car was surrounded by a brushy hillside, and then put the man under arrest. Well, he was charged with arson and being under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance.
Well, but the important thing is there weren't any fucking bears around there. He made sure of that.
No, he did protect everyone from the bears so that Ponch didn't have to deal with those.
Now, I got another fire story for you, actually.
Fire!
There's a pretty big, pretty huge wildfire happening in...
How large would you say, said...
I would say quite.
Quite?
Yes.
Is it large in length, width, or just girthy large?
Not sure exactly. So that's in Oregon. I'm sure you've heard.
Of Oregon? Yes, I've heard of Oregon.
No, I mean in Oregon. There's a large.
That's where
fucking
Goonies was supposed to be.
Jesus, this is horrible. There's a fire in Oregon, Dan. That's what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
Okay. Smoke and heat from the massive bootleg fire in southern Oregon.
Why is it called a bootleg fire?
That's just what they're calling it.
Okay. I didn't know fires got their own names, like tropical storms.
It's not the same thing. I think it's maybe a place called Bootleg, and that's why they're calling it that. I don't know. All right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Get out of my craw.
I was just trying to provide the most in-depth and accurate news to our listening fan base.
Well, I don't care that much about that. Obviously. Otherwise, I'd feel bad about doing this.
All right, bootleg fire.
Yes. These fires in southern Oregon are creating so-called fire clouds over the blaze.
All right.
Those are dangerous columns of smoke and ash that can reach up to 6 miles in the sky and are visible from more than 100 miles away.
Okay.
These clouds are especially dangerous because they can collapse and cause hot winds and embers to fall on firefighters working below.
That would suck.
An even more extreme type of fire-induced cloud that can create its own weather also formed over the bootleg fire.
That sounds horrific. Okay.
In a worst case, those can spawn fire tornadoes.
Holy shit. Fire tornadoes?
Yeah. I don't exactly know what a fire tornado is, but...
nightmare?
Yeah, it sounds...
Would be my first guess.
It sounds...
that sounds fucking horrifying, Ricky.
Yes, it does.
Tell me about said fire tornado.
Well, I don't know anything more about it. That's all it says.
Oh.
That you can have them, I guess. Whatever that means, whatever they are, they can exist.
Well... front to God. Thanks, fire tornadoes.
Yes. All right. Speaking of hot weather, hot.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about my new shorts.
Nope, definitely not. Josler Tudisco, which is one hell of a name, was hanging out inside his house one day, which seems normal.
Yeah. So far,
trying to stay cool.
Well, yeah.
They didn't say that in...
Well, his name's the Disco? That's totally cool.
Tudisco.
Tudisco. Well, that's how cool he is.
He's cool enough to disco, I guess. God, that was a bad joke.
Do you hear that the Foo Fighters made a disco album?
No.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't have anything to say about that.
Neither do I. They made one, though.
Let's see. Arizona was having a massive heat wave, and it was around 115 degrees outside.
That's pretty warm.
This Tudisco guy was just going about his day when suddenly he noticed a bobcat had wandered into his yard.
A bobcat?
A bobcat.
Or the bobcat?
No, a bobcat.
All right. Bobcat wandered into his yard.
The bobcat definitely looked a little out of sorts.
Yes.
It was so incredibly hot outside that he was clearly feeling the effects of the heat. He laid down in the yard not far from where the hose was. Whether the bobcat knew what the hose did or not, Tudisco could not be sure. Well, I'm pretty sure that Bobcat doesn't know what the hose does.
Yeah,
He's not really a landscaping bobcat. I don't think.
I don't know what this hose does. I'm gonna lay next to it.
Tudisco went outside and gently turned on the hose. The hose was right next to it where it was laying, so it was perfect, Tudisco said in a video about the encounter. As soon as the Bobcat saw the water, he got so excited and started drinking. As soon as Dan got here, I started drinking.
That's true. He wasn't excited either.
How that goes.
I did not gently turn on your hose
Yeah, right.
to get you excited.
It was clear that the Bobcat was thirsty after being outside in the extreme heat. He drank consistently for about 5 minutes as Tudisco watched from inside. Once the Bobcat had his fill, he lay down.
Yeah, after he drank for 5 minutes, it fucking died from drinking water for 5 straight minutes.
Once the Bobcat had his fill, he laid down a spot in the grass to help keep cool, and he took a nap there for about an hour. So, there we go. Got a Bobcat taking a nap.
A Bobcat showed up in the dude's yard.
A thirsty Bobcat.
He gently turned on the hose. It drank for 5 minutes and took a nap.
Yeah, right. I don't know. That all sounds pretty normal to me.
Sure. Yeah, here on NOCA, it sounds normal. It sounds more normal than fire tornadoes.
Yeah, that it does. Tell me about the second segment, Dan.
All right, we're going to talk about some landscapers.
Make yourself useful.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Ricky, we're going to talk about landscapers, but not just any landscapers, the GOAT of landscapers.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about monkey problems.
All right.
And we're going to talk about a unfortunate pandemic here in America, and that's police violence.
NOCA News Network, the news no one cares about.
NOCA News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some.
Hey, Ricky, the NOCA News store is an awesome location to get NOCA News gear. What's the only location to get NOCA News gear?
Right, sure, yeah.
Except maybe my closet, your closet.
Yeah.
A few other people's clothes. But anyway, my point is, if you want NOCA News gear, you go to the NOCAnews.store, and that's where you get your gear at.
That's right. There are several different T-shirts to choose from, different designs, different colors, what have you.
The metal news one's now a throwback.
That's true. It's a retired segment, but the shirt is very much alive. There's those. There's
mugs.
Yeah, mugs.
We got mugs. Do we have any like windbreakers?
No, we have.
Do we have any like starter jackets?
No, but we have a hoodie, I guess.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. How about high tops? Do we have any high tops?
No, we don't.
Oh,
have that.
But we have everything else though at the NOCA News store.
Yeah,
shirts.
Yes.
Mugs.
Yep.
Well, people go get those. Go get them.
Welcome back. NOCA News Network, the news no one cares about. I'm Richard Fritz. Hey, Dan Colley. We're second segment of the 21st episode.
This episode's old enough to drink.
Yeah, it is. All right, Dan. What the hell are the cops doing now?
Well, a couple officers in Bangor, Maine, Rockland to be exact, in the Bangor, Maine area.
Rockland, Maine. Okay.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They were sentenced Thursday because of continued police violence and brutality. This time, they got sentenced for beating porcupines to death
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
on several different occasions
Oh, so this wasn't a one-time occurrence.
while on duty.
Oh, what? I don't know how. I really don't know how they thought that would be all right.
Well, stick with me here,
Okay.
and no porcupine pun intended.
right.
Addison Cox, 28 of Warren, and
Yeah,
Michael A.
You are a pretty big prick. So
Yeah, that's true. Michael A. Rollison, 31 of Searsmont, were sentenced in Knox Superior Court on misdemeanor charges of cruelty to animals and night hunting, according to court documents. Both officers pleaded guilty.
the night hunter.
I am the night hunter. Cox was sentenced to 90 days in jail, with all but 10 of them suspended.
Okay.
So 10 days in jail.
all right.
He was fined $1,000 and was placed on administrative leave for 6 months, which, during that time, he is barred from applying for jobs in law enforcement and must complete 100 hours of community service. Rollison, his accomplice and partner in crime, was sentenced to 270 days in jail, with all but 20 suspended. He was also fined $1,000 and placed on probation for 6 months. The terms of his probation require that he give up his Maine Criminal Justice Academy credentials.
Okay.
Cox, the first dickhead, will serve his jail time on the weekends.
Oh well, that's convenient.
So like detention.
Yeah.
And Rollerson, dickhead the second, is expected to begin his sentence in January. So he can just...
So he just deciding that he's going to wait to because
Yeah.
that's if I lived in Maine and that's when I had to go to I got to choose when I went to jail, I would choose January too.
Yeah, because you ain't doing anything anyway during that month.
Right.
Rollerson received a heavier sentence than Cox because he was the senior officer and killed more animals, says District Attorney Natosha Irving. Prosecutors agreed to reduce the charges to misdemeanors in part because both men were military veterans who had served active duty, Irving said. Rollerson had previously told investigators he had post-traumatic stress disorder from serving in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan. Cox also served in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan. Irving said both men were receiving treatment from the VA.
Well,
So I actually kind of have a thing for veterans that come home and post-traumatic and all that stuff, and
Right, yeah.
it's a real thing that people need to pay some attention to and give some help to.
absolutely.
But possibly that's not the best career path is law enforcement if you're suffering from a disorder that may cause violent outburst and or tendencies.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe
Probably.
they should have got a job at the local ice creamery scooping ice cream or something.
or something. I don't know.
I don't know either.
That was a real bummer. All right.
This episode this has been like my 21st birthday too. I got 21 and then no one wanted to go out to the bar with me. So again, a bummer birthday.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of getting drunk, a liquor-loving monkey broke into a liquor store in Madhya Pradesh, India.
What type of monkey was it, Ricky?
That was a macaque.
A what?
Macaque.
What about your cack?
No, that's what it was. It was the monkey's called a macaque.
Okay, so the first segment we talked about your hose. Now we're talking about your cack.
Yeah. Well, this monkey broke into a liquor store and drank a bottle of Kahlua in front
Jesus.
in front of the store's owner. Too, by the way, that was a real fuck you to the guy that owned the place.
Okay, so because it
Now,
chose,
I kind of feel bad for this monkey, honestly.
yeah, well,
'cause-
yeah. If
'cause
you're only getting drunk on Kahlua, you're having some bad choices.
right. Well, it's just the headline says "out of control monkey breaks into liquor store," but I know from personal experience, you go into one liquor store, down a bottle of Kahlua in front of the guy that owns the place, and all of a sudden you're out of control.
Well, I would have thrown up all over the place. But here's my: if it was out pounding Kahlua,
yeah,
it was definitely some white girl wearing Uggs, right?
Well, no, it was a monkey.
Oh, okay, a white monkey wearing Uggs.
Locals said the monkey, which is known in the area, developed a taste for alcohol after finding a not empty bottle of wine.
I couldn't get any wine this weekend, so I've got to drink Kahlua.
A staffer tried to stop the monkey and was bitten in the process. So
Get away from me!
yeah, that sounds like trying to fight with a drunk white girl.
Yeah. I told Chris that I'm beautiful on the outside. Quit talking to me that way.
Despite the humorous incident, macaques have proven to be a scourge across the subcontinent.
My cack has ended up being a scourge for quite a while in my subcontinent.
Where they've been responsible for such mayhem as robbing ATMs and commandeering office buildings.
Jesus.
So the monkeys are wild over there.
Here we come.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Walk down the street. All right, well, let's talk about some more wild and crazy behavior, included but not limited to animals, but more or less the wild and crazy behaviors because of the Florida man. All right, Ricky, I'm going to read this one to you, and I'm not going to even comment.
Well, that'll be a first.
Daytona Beach, Florida, Ricky. A Florida man who stole an alligator from a miniature golf course, swung it around by its tail, and threw it into the air.
What the fuck?
He claimed he was teaching the reptile a lesson, according to the Daytona Police Shores Police Department.
It sounds like he did, I guess. I don't know.
Police said they were patrolling on South Atlantic Avenue around 3:20 Thursday when they saw a man later identified as William Hodge attempting to throw a live gator onto the roof of a building.
It's kind of not funny, but it just the visual of that is fucking absurd.
Hodge, 32, grabbed the creature by its tail and hit it against a building awning, according to the affidavit. He also was accused of slamming it onto the ground and stomping on it twice, and then throwing the alligator over his shoulder and then onto the ground.
This guy's a real asshole.
Officers said they approached Hodge after seeing him throw the alligator, and then he immediately put up his hands to surrender and was taken into custody. So he was a real tough guy against an alligator, but not the cops.
Okay.
He admitted that he jumped the fence into the alligator enclosure at the nearby mini golf course and stole the gator after wrestling it with it. When asked why he abused the animal, he claimed that he was teaching it a lesson.
All right, so is this alligator sort of wrong him in some kind of personal way or something?
I'm assuming this is what I'd like to... Okay, so let me finish this here.
Okay.
He's facing criminal charges of animal cruelty, possessing or injuring an alligator, unharmed, burglary, and criminal mischief.
Okay.
The alligator didn't say if it suffered any injuries and has since been returned to the Congo River Gulf.
Oh.
Now, I'd like to think that this is what happened. I'm going to be one of them criminologists. I'm going to be Batman. I'm going to recreate the scene.
Okay.
This guy, earlier in the day, decided to go and take out a lovely lady on a mini golf date trip.
Okay.
He was like, "Come on, Cindy, we're going to go mini golfing." Mm-hmm. And he's having the worst game of his life. Usually he's a 1 or 2 under par kind of guy, so he thought he'd impress Cindy, right?
Sure, I guess.
He got to about the 7th or 8th hole and just really hit a really bad shot, at which point the alligator looked at him, and he thought the alligator was laughing at him probably.
Okay.
And he was like, "Don't laugh at me, alligator. I'm trying to get some tail." So he kept going. He got to about the 12th hole where you could see the alligators again probably, missed another shot. Cindy went... The alligator looked at him again, and he thought, "There's no way I'm now going to get to bed this lovely lady, because not only am I playing bad at mini golf, but the alligator is also making fun of me now." And he thought, "Oh, damn you, alligator. I won't have you cock block me like this. Get yours." After said golf outing, Cindy said she had to go home, so that he took her home, and he decided afterwards he was going to get his vengeance on this alligator. He waited to the cover. He waited to the cover of darkness, drove his IROC Z to the location, got out, jumped the fence, saw the particular alligator out of the 33 alligators that they had there in the enclosure, got a hold of that sumbitch, and taught him a lesson that he will never forget for making fun of a man trying to impress a young lady on a golf outing so that he could get her drawers later. I rest my case, Your Honor.
That may have been the dumbest thing you've ever said in your entire life.
Oh, no, just wait. I got something dumber to say later.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we stuck around for that rambling nonsense.
So you don't think that's what happened?
I sort of doubt it.
Oh.
I think bath salts is what happened, Dan.
Ricky, what else do you got for me? Anything else?
Yeah, plenty.
Good.
Honestly. Let's see. 24 goats from a farm in part of New York State are on a city outing, let loose in Manhattan's Riverside Park on Wednesday to munch on invasive weeds.
Oh. Yeah, actually, if you take elements of that sentence, it all kind of made sense.
Yeah, right.
City outing, New York, weeds. Mm-hmm.
Phones out, spectators crowded around fences and counted down as the hungry black, brown, and white goats were herded into a ceremonial, quote, running of the goats to begin their task as natural weed whackers. They chowed down on Japanese knotweed.
Wait, weren't you in a band called the Natural Weed Whackers at one time?
No, I was in a band called Japanese knotweed.
They
noshed on porcelain berry. They snacked on multiflora rose. They easily traversed the hard-to-reach terrain and gulped down poison ivy without even giving it a second thought, said Dan Gorodnik, Riverside Park Conservancy president and CEO.
Oh, well, he's got a hell of a title.
Yes.
He probably still lives in a one-bedroom, 200-square-foot apartment in Manhattan, though.
Yeah. Using the goats to remove invasive species at Riverside Park is an environmentally friendly win-win. The goats get to feast on overgrown brush, and Riverside Park Conservancy doesn't have to use chemicals to remove weeds. So, there are 24 goats there, and 5 of the goats will stay at the park until the end of August to continue to eat stuff.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
The public can vote for their favorite of these 5 goats.
Oh, Lord. There's one Goaty McGoatface.
Website. Their names are as follows. Buckles.
Sure.
Chalupa. Nothing. Okay. Malamar.
Okay.
Ms. Bo Peep.
Sure.
And Skittles.
Ah, yes.
So I vote Skittles.
Ricky, let's talk about how, okay, I don't like to get into real deep, serious things on the episode usually, and I try not to impose or project my personal belief systems on the show, but here's proof that God doesn't exist.
Okay.
In Oklahoma City, this happened in Oklahoma. This story comes out of Oklahoma City. 8-year-old Elijah Williams said, It's my very first time getting bit by a snake.
It's his first time getting bit by a snake, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hopefully his last after a frightening moments at his church camp in Sparks, Oklahoma. Elijah was headed back to his cabin with friends when his coach spotted the snake. He said, My coach said stop because we didn't see it, said Elijah. Brave little Elijah tried to keep the dangerous reptile away. He says, I got too close and it bit me, he said. It felt like when someone was poking me with a needle in there.
Okay.
The camp nurse immediately called his parents, hoping that they could identify the snake.
Wait. They weren't even there. How would they know what kind of snake it was?
Fuck if I know.
Hey, you guys happen to know what kind of snake bit your kid at this camp?
What does snake look like? Yeah.
So,
Maybe there was no internet at the camp, so they figured if he called and told them what the snake looked like, they could look it up.
and they would have a personal motivation to do that quickly.
Or
Since
the
it
nurse
kid.
was a complete, cockface. After analyzing a photo, Elijah's mother, Malia, realized it was a venomous pygmy rattlesnake.
I'm still confused as to why this kid's mom is the one that had to come up with this information. But anyway.
Well, again, I think that the nurse was a complete idiot. So Malia says, okay, this is serious. We need to go. Elijah was rushed to the ER in Shawnee, not to be confused with Pawnee. Mm-hmm. The pain, he says, the pain was, it hurt a lot.
It hurt a lot, okay.
The pain was, it hurt a lot.
Okay.
Not was the pain was excruciating or burning or tingling
He's
sensation.
8 years old, Dan.
It hurt a lot.
All he knew was it hurt a lot.
They injected him with 6 vials of antivenom. Malia says that initially anxiety and fear crept up in us, but we immediately started calling all of our prayer warriors.
Prayer warrior. Okay.
After spending 3 days in the hospital and having a scare with some minor chest pain, Elijah is now safe at home. She said, "We know that God had his hand on him the entire time. We know it could have been much worse, and we're just thankful." Well, perhaps if God really had his hand on Elijah the whole time and cared, he would have prevented the fucking snake from biting him in the first place. The real important thing, folks, is if you're bitten by a snake and God didn't protect you from it, you can always call 911 or Poison Control at 1-800-222-1222. And if you're having trouble remembering that number, Ricky.
All right, yeah. Years ago,
Yeah.
I remember hearing this. The Poison Control Center produced this catchy radio jingle.
Well, let's check it out, Ricky.
Here it is.
1-800-222-1222. 1-800-222-1222. If you think it might be poison, then the first thing you should do is call 1-800-222-1222. Poison can be anything you're not supposed to take. Antifreeze, pesticide, the wrong drug by mistake. If you breathed a nasty chemical, been bitten by a snake, call the Poison Control Center hotline. We're here for you night or day.
For a poison or drug emergency
so
at home or at work, just
I,
call the Poison Control Center hotline.
Really never understood why they did some sort of Randy Newman-esque song.
1, 2, 2, 2.
If you think you might be poisoned and you don't, if you think you might be,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I've been to White Castle a few times, and I thought I would have been poisoned. But now everyone, all of our listeners, we're going to be getting emails, phone calls, and messages where they're going to be going, "God damn to you, 1, 2, 2, 2."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ricky, remember skating rinks when we were kids?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about those. We're going to talk about the real tooth fairy, a mutilated cow, and some big old soap.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
Knocker News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know.
We'll
We'll see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some.
Hey, Ricky, the Noka News store is an awesome location to get Noka News gear. What's the only location to get Noka News gear?
Sure, yeah.
Except maybe my closet, your closet.
Yeah.
A few other people's closets. But anyway, my point is, if you want Noka News gear, you go to the nokanews.store, and that's where you get your gear at.
That's right. There are several different T-shirts to choose from, different designs, different colors, what have you.
The Metal News one's now a throwback.
That's true. It's a retired segment, but the shirt is very much alive. There's those. There's
Mugs?
Mugs.
We got mugs. Do we have any windbreakers?
No, we have.
Do we have any starter jackets?
No, but we have a hoodie, I guess.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. How about high tops? Do we have any high tops?
No, we don't.
Oh.
Have that.
But we have everything else though at the Noka News store.
Yeah.
Shirts.
Yes.
Mugs.
Yep.
Well, people go get those. Go get them.
Welcome back. No Good News Network, the news no one cares about. I'm Ricky French with Dan Colley. It's the third and final segment of the 21st episode of the show.
What was that poison number again? I might have been poisoned.
That would be 1-800-222-1222.
I'll tell you what, man. At the beginning of these segments, when we do that little bit, we're really good at hitting that post like that.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Ricky. I think you get to start this one.
Yeah, I got something real intriguing for you here, Dan.
This is a favorite of mine.
I don't know why, but
for some reason it just cracked me the ever loving fuck up.
It's out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. A 21-foot tall bottle of soap stood outside the Hannaford on John Devine Street in Manchester on Saturday.
Here's the funny part so far. I don't know where that is, what kind of establishment that was, or what street that was on.
No idea.
I love it.
The 2,500-pound metal and fiberglass bottle was part of a national tour by beauty company Soapbox.
Soapbox. What was the name of this establishment again? What kind of place it was? What's it called? The Haverford?
Hannaford. No, it's not a character on Parks and Rec.
Hannaford. And that was in Manchester, New Hampshire?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
The company...
It's a supermarket.
Okay, great.
It's a supermarket.
Glad we got to the bottom of that.
There you go.
The company debuted the bottle in New York on July 15th. Big debut there.
Oh, sure.
21-foot tall.
Someone from marketing was sweating bullets trying to get that one out in time, yeah.
I used to be the jackass who would have to, do production for those kinds of things.
I was the kind of jackass that used to have to set up for the radio station had to go out and talk about them.
Yeah, right. Manchester is one of 15 other cities that the bottle is visiting. It's on a big tour there. Soapbox CEO and founder David Simnick called it the world's largest bottle of soap. Adding that the bottle is a reminder to maintain proper hygiene.
Yeah.
He says, quote, "Look, masks are going away, but please, please, please keep washing your hands.
So I can keep making money off you assholes."
Yes. There are a lot of Americans who don't have access to proper hygiene. So that's why organizations like Soapbox exist. Soapbox exists. Soapbox has donated some soap to organizations to help homeless and families that need assistance or whatever. But I think what he's really trying to say is, yes, keep washing that soap down the drain. That's how I make the ducats.
Keep fortifying my soap industry, my soap empire.
With every ounce of soap you morons use, wash your hands, I get richer and richer.
He's like,
yes, filth. Destroy the filth and increase my bank account.
I don't know why I turned him into the villain from Inspector Gadget all of a sudden, but I kind of did.
Yeah, it was a little Dr.
I'll get you, Gadget.
That guy.
Dr. Claw-like, yeah.
Yeah, it was very Dr. Claw-like. Anyway, I just thought the idea of a giant fucking bottle of soap making the rounds around the country was...
Yeah, it's,
cracked me up.
we need to look and see when they're going to be in our area, so we can definitely go check out.
I want my picture taken with a giant box of soap. Bottle of soap.
That's so stupid.
Bar of soap. Stupid. I'll tell you, stupid. A resident of Dallas County has been treated at the hospital for monkeypox.
You put no thought into that segue whatsoever.
Monkeypox is back. It's a rare disease, health officials said Friday.
Uh-huh.
This is believed to be the first monkeypox virus infection in Texas, but officials say there is little risk to the public, except the guy who got the fucking monkeypox. Mm-hmm. The person traveled from Nigeria to Dallas, arriving at Love Field on July 9, according to a statement from the Dallas County Health and Human Services. The person is in stable condition. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention confirmed that the passenger flew on a Delta flight through Atlanta. Good job, Delta. Way to bring monkeypox to this country. Delta released a statement saying that they are working with the CDC as they perform their function for appropriate customer notifications, as is standard in an instance like this. So, if COVID wasn't enough, Fucking monkeypox are here, Ricky.
Yeah, I think we had covered monkeypox before, but I'm pretty sure that was in the UK, and I hadn't seen it in the US.
I believe from what I'm looking at here on the paper, monkeypox, some symptoms of monkeypox is you may start drinking whole bottles of Kahlua, robbing ATM machines, throwing your own poo at people, and being adorable in 70 shows like BJ and the Bear.
Luckily, contracting monkeypox isn't normal yet, but is it paranormal? Yeah, the segue game is not on point right now, I guess, for either one of us.
I think we have dipshit pox.
Yeah. Something's... No, we shouldn't do this on Sundays when we can avoid it. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
In a curious case out of Argentina, an unfortunate cow was discovered and mutilated under mysterious circumstances the day after a puzzling UFO was witnessed in the same location.
Was the cow's name Benjamin Button?
I have no idea what the cow's name was. According to researcher Jorge Gabriel Roman, the odd incident occurred last month in the rural province of La Pampa when a man...
La Pampa?
Nope. When a man working in a field spotted, quote, a dim light moving beneath another brighter object that was suspended in the air.
I've been referred to as a dim light.
Yes, you have. The two UFOs subsequently, quote, melted into one and departed from the sky at an incredible speed. The wondrous event took a dark turn the following day when the witness returned to work and made a grim discovery.
Dun, dun, dun.
Around 1,500 feet from where he had seen the UFO, the worker stumbled upon a cow that had been mutilated in a manner all too familiar to those who have studied the strange phenomenon, as it seemed to have been sliced with surgical precision and its soft tissues removed.
I would like to blame, formerly, Chick-fil-A.
When the man tried to bring his dog near the creature, it refused to go near the dead animal.
No shit, I would have too.
Yes. It appeared that other natural scavengers were not touching the carcass either.
So it was made of, like, meat from Arby's.
Yeah, maybe. The cow's demise will likely remain a mystery, though Roman suspects that its gruesome death and the UFO spotted on the prior day must somehow be connected, noting that, quote, strange lights are frequently observed in the sky when mutilations occur. The researcher theorizes that the forces behind these craft are interested in the soft tissue of the cattle for possibly some kind of medical reason. Or they're hungry.
Yeah. They're just trying to get takeout.
Yes.
The intergalactic Uber wasn't working. DoorDash wasn't working, so they went and got the...
They're trying to have a little prime rib or something.
Yeah, well, they didn't understand that Venus, the Venus language, that I actually have studied this in high school. The Venus language, the word Earth or Terra, as they would like to call it, is actually Venus. It is Arby's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever nonsense that just came out of your mouth seemed real stupid, but I'm moving on anyway. Reflecting on similar cases...
Again, just wait.
...that he has investigated in the past, Roman indicated that the targeted creatures are often found on the ground as if they have been dropped there, quote, like a bag of potatoes.
Huh. Well, yeah. They got what they needed, and they were like, all right, dump it.
Like...
plop.
Like the bag of potatoes that Arby's might make curly fries out of.
Or potato cakes.
Yes, right.
That's true. All right, Ricky, I want to... this could be paranormal news here. And I'll tell you why, if you just stick with me on this one.
Okay, whatever.
A woman in Nevada...
I'm probably not going to like where this ends up, but whatever.
No. A woman in Nevada, or as... Nevada might... it's not Arizona. Arizona is definitely West Florida.
Sure.
But Nevada's close. A woman in Nevada broke into a dentist's office multiple times to pocket tens of thousands of dollars. And
I didn't know dentist offices had money just laying around like that.
Yeah, I've never been to the dentist or any doctor and just pay with cash, but, whatever.
All right.
She also extracted 13 teeth from an unwitting patient.
Okay.
Laurel, is it Ike? Ick? I-E-I-C-H. Itch? Ike? All right, this crazy bitch who worked at the dental practice but was not a dentist, very important to remember, allegedly admitted to a Washoe County Sheriff's Office that she used anesthetic her employer had tossed out,
Okay.
by the way, to sedate the person while yanking the teeth. So this person was sedated with evidently out of date or something anesthetic, which could mean that she might have been poisoned. So she probably should have called poison control at 1-800-222-1222.
Yeah.
Anyway, she knocked this person out and yanked her teeth. What she did with the teeth afterwards was unclear. In a separate incident in early May, allegedly took almost $23,000 in both cash and checks from the practice. Was arrested Wednesday and charged with performing surgery without a license, burglary, grand larceny, and violation of probation. Here's my theory on this, Ricky.
Oh, here we go.
This lady.
Whenever you start a sentence that way, I know that I'm about to hear.
All right,
something.
so I did a little bit of research on the side, and this lady's name Eich or Ich or whatever her name is. All right, that actually is ancient Celtic for fairy. So I think what happened is this lady is really the tooth fairy. No, listen to me.
Are you high?
No. This makes sense. Listen to me. Seriously. She's the tooth fairy, right? So with inflation going up, normally when I was a kid, you lose a tooth, you got what, a quarter, maybe $1 if you're lucky, right?
Right.
Well, nowadays these kids want like a tenner, okay? Because these kids are spoiled assholes. So she had to go steal money from the dentist office so that she could pay all these kids money when they got teeth. And then when she saw the patient in there, she got like a fairy boner and had to knock him out with this fake or this anesthetic that wasn't good anymore.
She got out of the dumpster.
Yeah,
apparently.
obviously, right. She was like, I need to get these teeth. How am I going to do it? Oh, I know. Bill the dentist threw out a canister of knockout gas. I'm going to go get that shit real quick. Knocked out this patient, yanked out the 13 teeth while having a fairy boner, obviously. Probably at that point got all horned up and then took off out of there. So I think that this lady is really the tooth fairy.
I don't know what.
Next time you lose a tooth, I bet you put it on a pillow. I bet you don't get no money because tooth fairy's in jail.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you or what you got into today, but
Nothing. Just these couple bottles of water. I haven't even drunk anything today. Maybe that's the problem.
yeah, I think it might be the problem.
It could be.
All right, well, got one last story for you.
I was funnier last night. Ask my wife.
Yeah, I imagine you were.
My body. What's that rhythm that your body gets in a
Circadian.
Yeah, that's off.
Yeah.
Normally I'm funny on Saturday nights.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that either, but it's closer, I guess. A local roller skating rink in Detroit is coming under fire for its use of facial recognition software after a teenager was banned for allegedly getting into a fight there.
Normally when I went to the rink, you just gave them like $2 and went inside.
Yeah, I don't understand why they need this. To me, it's basically racial profiling, said the girl's mother, Julia Robinson. You're just saying every young black, brown girl with glasses fits the profile, and that's not right.
Oh, so it was a racially charged incident.
That's what she's alleging. Julia and her husband Derek are considering legal action against a Livonia skating rink after their daughter, Lamaya, was misidentified by the business's facial recognition technology. Lamaya says, I was like, that's not me. Who is that? Lamaya's mom dropped her off at the Riverside Arena skating rink last Saturday to hang out with friends, but staffers barred her entry, saying she was banned after her face was scanned, saying that she was involved in a brawl at the skating rink back in March. But there was one problem. I was so confused because I've never been there before, Lamaya said. So basically, these people have invested, I don't know how much,
in a racist computer at the skating rink.
And yeah, well,
first of all, how much are they charging for hot dogs in the snack bar if they can afford that kind of technology?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, when I was young and you went to the skating rink, you know, they had like the world's worst pizza, a claw machine, and then for like $4 you could rent like beige roller skates.
Yes, with orange wheels.
Yeah.
So I grew up, part of my life, I moved around a lot, but part of my life through middle school and high school up to my senior year, I lived down the street, walking distance, to Jimmy's Roller Dome.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't name the fucking place.
No,
Jimmy's Roller Dome was there forever. Like, my mom went to school with Jimmy's kids and would play Barbies and stuff on the floor of Jimmy's Roller Dome as a kid. So it's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy's Roller Dome was the establishment that everyone went to. Unfortunately for me, I can't skate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Dan, you know what? Really, neither can I.
So
No,
I
really
would
good.
go to Jimmy's Roller Dome and sit there lonely, not having any fucking fun, basically.
Yeah.
And watching all the friends and kids and the girls that I might have had a crush on skate around while I sat in the corner and ate bad hot dogs and listened to, Biz Marquee.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Biz, by the way.
When
You say he's just a friend?
you got to sit there like an asshole as some kid skates with the girl you like to Boys to Men song or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
So it
Been there.
really sucks growing up next to a roller rink when you can't skate.
Yeah. Well, we in town, the place that we had here was called the Roller-Rama.
Ooh.
And it's all the same.
We
I'm sure.
Jimmy's Roller Dome, Ellesmere, Kentucky. Look it up, folks. It was the place to be back then. My sister actually, she could roller skate. I assume she still can, but she would go down there and roller skate a lot with her friends when she was when I was a little older. She was a little older, obviously, because that's how time works.
Yeah.
But I was at home. I was probably 16 or 17, and I lived. It was probably, I don't know, 200 yards, 300 yards down the street, and then take a left and go down to Jimmy's. So probably like, I don't know, 400 yards, maybe total distance.
Gotcha.
And it was a Friday night, and I was at the house because I was a nerd and didn't have any, dates or anything cool to do. And we get a phone call from Jimmy's that she had fallen and broken her arm.
Oh.
I told my mom. I dipped out the front door and sprinted from my house to the roller dome to get to her to make sure she was all right.
I thought you did that to laugh in her face.
No, I actually I cared then, and I ran as fast as I could. I actually ran about, like I said, I would guess 400 yards, and I did it in about a minute and a half to get to her. That's the fastest I've ever run, and I don't run anymore. I've got all my running out at one time, and that was then. I had one good run out of me. That was the burst I had at the time. Now, people that actually know me will hear that story and claim, first of all, bullshit, and that the mutilated cow was more realistic than the idea of me running that fast. But I was 17 at the time.
They got their pizza from the same place that just like your small, tiny little town like ice cream stand gets their pizza from.
The little round ones that were individually wrapped, you put them in the oven.
It's the same crap,
And they put them in the toaster oven.
Yeah, and it's somehow horrible. And I haven't said that about much pizza in my life.
Yeah,
but
and they had the nuclear orange plastic cheese that they'd put on the
Yeah.
nachos that they obviously bought from Costco or something.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. There's that music, man. I like that music.
yeah, it's nice.
It's calming. It kind of, I don't know. I was thinking about that roller rink thing again, and now I'm kind of sad.
Well, speaking of sad, thanks for joining us on this 21st episode of the podcast. We'll get them next time.
I spent a lot of time by myself at home watching TV and reading comic books, I guess. And maybe that's why I'm a nerd now.
If you'd like to visit our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Noka News Network. Join us on Twitter at NewsNoka. If you want to send us an email, that's newsroom@nokanews.com. And as always, give us a call and leave a message on our voicemail on the Noka News Network hotline at 614-398-0770.
Yeah, I never got asked to dances or anything, really. It's kind of sad.
Please share, comment wherever you find this podcast. It helps us out, and we appreciate that.
I went to homecoming once because my mom told her friend to have her daughter go with me. She had to go, but she didn't want to be there the whole time. She ended up going home with somebody else.
Visit the nokanews.store website and check out the merchandise we have for sale.
But I stayed and didn't help clean up afterwards. Man, it sucked.
If you know of a co-host who isn't sad as fuck all the time, I'm open to suggestions.
1, 2, 2, 2.
Noka News Network.